Today about the Wrights. You have Reggie Wright Sr., Reggie Wright Jr., and by now we've seen that Reggie Wright Sr. is on the MGM surveillance video. That was confirmed by Russell Poole and by people in Compton. I met a guy from Linwood right next door today, and I showed him that picture, and he also confirmed that that's Reggie Wright Sr. And let's talk about the Tupac murder. If Michael Moore is standing next to Reggie Wright Jr. and he hears "Got 'em" come over the radio at the time that Tupac and Suge are shot, then that makes Reggie Wright Jr. a suspect in the murder. The confession letter also says Reggie Wright Jr. is a suspect in the murder of Tupac. Now, isn't it crazy to think that Reggie Wright Jr. is the one that brings witnesses to their interrogation with Las Vegas police, and he gets to sit in on the interrogation? What does that tell us? Well, we look at Reggie Wright Sr. Reggie Wright Sr. is at the Compton Police Department, and they insert themselves into the investigation in Las Vegas. And so you have the Compton Police Department that does all the gang sweeps, and the affidavit is written by Tim Brennan, supposedly, and probably written by Reggie Wright Sr., and Tim Brennan puts his name on it. And so there's a huge conflict of interest that's happening here. Now, you roll forward to the Biggie murder, and you have Reggie Wright Jr., who is a suspect all through the Wallace civil trial. And so he's clearly a suspect. His name pops up in the paperwork all the time. And you have Reggie Wright Sr., who, when Reggie Wright Jr.'s home and death row record are searched, Reggie Wright Sr. is in on the search. He is the one executing the affidavit. And so doesn't that just stink of collusion? Isn't that a huge conflict of interest? And so these two guys have got their names all over this stuff. Their names are in the Compton Police Corruption Report, both of them, Senior and Junior. Junior's in the PO book of Keefe D, and Senior is the one that wants to know about the raids. Now, with the Tupac, the raid that happened, there was the pre-raid that happened, and then there was the actual raid that happened. So there were two raids that happened. Why? How do we know? Well, there's two sources on that. There's Ronan Rowe's book, and there's Kevin Hackey, both of which said that there were pre-raids that happened. And in the Compton Police Corruption Report, it also corroborates that Reggie Wright Sr. always wanted to know what the location of the raids was going to be before the raids actually happened. And so these two guys have been complicit and in on these two murders, no question about it, and in the cover-up that's happened with these two murders, and a bunch of other things. I mean, you know, Reggie Wright Jr. always wanted to, was known to rob drug dealers. Where were those drugs being sold? Probably through Keefe D, his buddy. And who is the guy who confesses to both of these murders? It's Keefy D, his buddy, somebody that he knows and he used as one of his drug dealers throughout this time period.